Good evening, guys, and welcome back to the classroom with Architect Mark. Tonight is our 50th episode, and we'll do something similar to the last two ones, which is focus on hardware related stuff. But this time, we're going to be talking about the main brain of the whole operation, which is the computer. And we'll use some visual aids to help you decide which type of computer you need and depends on what you're gonna do with it. So let's head on over to the classroom. This time we'll be using a little bit of uh, illustration to better push the point forward. And uh, this is right after the sale weekend has gone by. But who knows, you might still be looking for something right now. So we'll go ahead to the classroom. And you see here we're using the bamboo paper program, which is a pretty nice uh, drawing board or notebook. Set the mouse aside and move on to our tablet so we can illustrate here. So we're going to be talking about the computer. So you have two options basically. You have the desktop computer and then you have the laptop computer. So let's label it for better understanding. Desktop and you have the laptop here. Oops, what happened there? The movement became erratic. All right, the mode changed. Anyway, it's back now. Let's write that again. Laptop. Oh. So what is the difference between these two? The desktop is upgradable. The laptop can be upgraded, but select components within it. Like you can upgrade, this is fully upgradable, the desktop. The laptop, you can upgrade the RAM if there are still slots inside that are not utilized or you want to change the current configuration your laptop comes with, and the storage generally can be changed. Okay, so future proofing, this is the better option, desktop. But it's not to say that the laptops are not future proof as well, because uh, generally, if you need to be moving about, the laptop is a much better option for you. Now, apart from upgradability, what are the key components that you need to be looking out for when you are purchasing things like this for uh, CAD work or architectural or engineering material? You need to be looking at, forgot to start the timer, but we started it now. So it's about 2 minutes in, but we shall see. So you need to be looking out for what the salespeople will tell you is you have the CPU and a dedicated graphics, or what was then called discrete GPU. So that's dedicated graphics for you. These are These generally come in two categories, NVIDIA and AMD, because they're the most available ones. Let's hide our keyboard for the meantime. So these are, oops, do that here apparently. I tried to use the eraser side, but apparently it does not want to do that. Right, so this can either be NVIDIA, the GeForce line, or AMD, which is the Radeon line. Mm, all right, so when you first encounter these, your salesperson would normally ask if you're going to do any CAD work on your computer. So the keyword that they'll be looking for is if you're gonna be uh, doing CAD or photo and video editing or gaming and these things. When you say these things, or when you say, yes, I will be doing some things like that, the salesperson will automatically default to trying to sell you something that has this, a discrete GPU. Now, is it absolutely imperative for this type of work? It has an advantage, but it's not absolutely necessary. You can still do these things, but in limited fashion if you don't have discrete graphics. Now, um, what is the more important thing to look out for is the amount of RAM that is installed in your whatever you're trying to purchase, or if in case you're purchasing desktops, you can uh, just expand this up to how much you like. But generally for 2020, 8 is like the standard. So you want to be higher than this. Uh, there is a like a unspoken rule when you're looking at computers, which is more the better. While this isn't always true, it does help if you have uh, more RAM. That means you can multitask more. So RAM is directly related to multitasking or the general responsiveness of apps, because if there's random access memory available to your programs, it can move dynamically. So that and SSD are going to provide you with the speed that you want to be working at. So you want to check the RAM and if your computer will ship with an SSD. Now, sometimes there are hybrid devices that has a combo like an SSD and then HDD combo, which means that it has a small solid state drive that will boot up. So this SSD is the system, and then the hard drive will be your files. But if you can go for a fully uh, SSD only device, it would be better for you. So this is the main things that you would want to be looking out for. Of course, the CPU. Uh, yeah, the higher the better. Now, let's go back to CPU. This comes in either Intel or AMD. These are the popular ones. Intel has several classifications, and uh, the difference is how efficient they work or how many cores are made available to you. Um, whether they're logical or physical cores, that's what you want to be looking out for. The landscape right now is for up to like 32 threads, even more for some configurations. However, generally you have 4 threads, 4 cores, 4 threads. Or if better, of course, if your device is hyper-threading, so 8 threads. This is like the minimum that you want to be at. So I think this is it for, especially when you're considering a laptop computer. If you look at these and have all of them, you should be good to go with that purchase. The What you would want to be looking out for is if you're purchasing an ultrabook, which is a classification of laptop computers that are fanless. So this enables ultrabooks to be super thin in size by them not having fans, or if they do have fans, super silent fans. And then you have the more bulky gaming lineup. These are the more ostentatious ones. They often uh, take it to the next level by offering up not just power, but also uh, call that appeal. So usually gaming laptops have better appeal. There is also a further class, which is the workstation class. And if you are a professional in the creative field, workstation class ones will be more to your speed. However, these easily break the bank because of they ship with special graphics cards on them. It's dedicated graphics specific for professionals. So these are discrete graphics for NVIDIA are called GeForce. AMD will be like the Radeons or A series something right now. However, on workstation devices, NVIDIA has, well, AMD has Fireline. Well, NVIDIA has the Quadro lineup. Yeah, that's what it's called. So these graphics cards are tailored specifically to allow you to work better with the graphics programs. Not only that, they are certified to work with uh, the programs for creative professionals. And well, if you're going desktop, there are also gaming and workstation class ones that are pretty much the same thing. Gaming with more RGB on them because RGB is life. So there, I hope that sheds some light on, especially if you're about to purchase or have just purchased a laptop computer from the recent sale. Uh, Desktops are generally not a part of it because you have to assemble these and you purchase parts one by one. So there's a lot of things that go with desktop, a lot of knowledge that you actually need to efficiently create a desktop that will suit you. Laptops are pre-created or pre-packaged for you, but that's it. It's generally a dead end right there unless you're going with one of those Alienware ones that postulate the possibility of actually upgrading the GPU if and when you would need to. Even the CPU, I think, for some models. So, yeah, this has been the 12-minute classroom, the first 50 episodes of it. We'll see if we need to adjust the upload rate. There is still a lot of topics on the horizon, and daily uploads are still not off the table, but we shall see. So I will leave you guys with this for now, and I will see you guys again tomorrow, most probably. Take care and good night. Where's my mouse? Here it